Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures, live on Onyx Path Publishing. As always, I'm your host, and I'm totally wearing warm Pikachu socks, Space Lord pajamas. Let's introduce our intrepid adventurers. Patty, Ever, Tiffany, and John is somewhere in the ether. How you doing, Austin Sauces? Tell us who you are and what you'll be playing tonight, and your place on the ship. Patty, you're muted. Oh no.
You know, I told myself like 5 times before we started, you're muted. You should unmute yourself. No. But yeah, I am Patrick. You can find me on the internet as Patty6_. And tonight I play Sir Rinaldi Shih Tzu of Mal, captain of a new ship.
Oh yeah, you're going to have to name your ship.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be fun. I know he's going to come up with something good. Hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. Tonight I will be playing... I forgot to put my fangs in. No, I will be playing Samira, the first mate of Captain Sir Rinaldi's new ship.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm playing Ham. Ham has a cool new collar. Ha ha ha. Ham not know what Ham new position be. Ham assume it be entertainer again, cause Ham really good at chasing tail. And juggling.
Phrasing? Anyway. John is here. He is away from his desk, AFK. We'll just have to go on without him, unfortunately. At the top of the show here, during this holiday season, I want to remind everyone that we're still in a moment of history. A deadly virus is spreading rapidly through the states and the country, the world, just everywhere. In the middle of all of this, minority communities are still fighting for the right to exist equally in our society. It should not be this way, as freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Just be excellent to each other and wear a mask. We here at Vorpal Tales are being the best allies we can be and encourage others to do the same. Find ways to get involved and better your community. So for those of you following along at home, tonight's awesome adventure is on the high seas in the realms of Pugmire, showcasing the recently released Pirates of Pugmire and how the pirates stole Yuletyme. This episode is brought to you by Large Marge's Donut Barn, where a dozen equals 14. Also Whales Whiskey, made in Finland, with real synthetic whales. Thanks to Onyx Path Publishing for always being awesome and supporting its player base and giving us truly unique settings to adventure in. And as always, we're using Astral Tabletop, the deliciously special awesome sauce of online gaming tools, bringing your friends together digitally to roll some bones. And thank you to Love Your Rebellion, a nonprofit group that empowers marginalized groups through the arts, archiving zines, putting on concerts and events for featuring marginalized groups. Please be sure to check out their website, loveyourrebellion.org, for info on their Patreon, zine, and other upcoming events. You can always find us role-playing, live tweeting, updating, recapping on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and at Vorpal Tales. Most importantly, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/VorpalTales. With the different tiers, get you really cool stuff, like playing video games with our cast and crew. We appreciate all your love and support. That's patreon.com/VorpalTales. And with the introductions out of the way, we can get to why everyone's here. Why is the cat on the top of the Christmas tree?
Why is or isn't?
Not on top of the Christmas.
I mean, I guess depending on who you are, is or isn't is very important for the phrasing. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so you want to know why the cat is on top of the Christmas tree?
Yes, I want to know why the cat is on top of the Christmas tree.
Because he's an angel.
Because the cat's a star. No, the
Oh,
cat's a star.
just wow. You know,
The cat is a star. A star, the sun is technically a star. The sun is technically the center of our universe, therefore of our galaxy. So therefore, the cat is the center of our galaxy. Boom. Science.
Science. Okay. Wow.
I think that deserves a fortune point.
I will give a fortune point to Ham because that was some science indeed.
Ha! And Ham doesn't even know what science is.
Bam. So, also, how's everybody keeping warm? Everybody good? Everybody,
Coffee sweater, hot coffee.
I
I thought you
I've
said
actually been wearing my cat onesie a lot. Like the one that I wore like when I would be midnight. I've been wearing it so much that I think I'm wearing it out and need to get a new one.
oh. I thought you said coffee sweater.
Comfy sweater.
Comfy. I knew that.
Can
That's
you do
what
a
I heard.
coffee
Comfy.
sweater though?
You could do it.
Like it's a sweater that you wear specifically when drinking coffee.
I'm for it. Or decorated with coffee beans.
Or both.
I like it. Whoa, heart palpitations. Probably too much coffee.
Oh, probably too much.
Or the coffee beans have been broken down to a fine powder and have somehow become woven into a thread, and therefore there's little coffee beans in the sweater.
I was thinking the exact same thing, actually. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Now, if your coffee sweater gets wet, do you just sort of like strain it or wring it out into a cup and start drinking? Is that a thing? Okay.
Yes, because the sweater is itself its own filter.
Right. I think we're onto something here. Maybe.
We gotta trademark that before Elon Musk gets on it.
Right.
Large Marge's merch.
Large Marge's merch.
Yes. Yes.
Coffee sweaters and donuts right here. All right. Awesome. So
for every dozen donuts you get a free sweater.
I feel like that promotion just loses a lot of money.
And it's only for the first 2 customers.
Oh, okay. So like first in that morning gets a free coffee sweater?
Yes.
Okay.
And the promotion's only like once a month.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna move on from the coffee sweater.
Do more coffee sweater later.
So tonight we continue our holiday special, How the Pirates Stole Yuletyme. I want to take a moment to point out that last week we used modified versions of the Partridge in a Pear Tree and the Yule Cat from our recently released holiday supplement, Merry Yuletide Mayhem. It was a great little supplement centered around the celebration of Yuletide, which that's a holiday that Patty invented that is super freaking genius, the way that it works.
Thank you.
You'll have to buy the supplement to check it out. But
it's on dmsguild.com right now. Search Vorpal Tales at dmsguild.com and it'll pop right up.
That is true. I was struggling to sort of bind that one together, and then Patty comes up with Yuletide, and I'm like, well, there it is.
It's amazing what my cracked out brain at 3:00 in the morning produces. I'm just kidding. Don't do crack, kids.
Don't. It's bad. Nixon's fault.
Pick up your pants. Crack kills.
Oh, wow. Okay. Went for the easy joke. Where were we?
Yes.
What were we talking about?
Coffee sweaters.
Oh, yeah.
My new boat.
My 14-hour dissertation about
Yes.
Nixon. That's right. So when last we left our crew with Gaspar in the brig, willing to present evidence of the theft of the Yule tree, the crew of the courageously confused cockatrice sailed off onto the horizon, map in hand, to a great treasure. They arrived ashore and fought a giant crab with which they gleefully dined upon, while Sir Captain Rinaldi paced about trying to figure out the treasure map given to them by Gaspar. Through diligence and unwitting aid, the captain managed to expertly follow his treasure map and find his way through the paces, riddles, where he discovered a cave. Battling a swarm of partridges and a Yule cat, Rinaldi felt confident that he could handle the cave all on his own. Samira sneakily followed him, and Ham and Damascus picked up the rear sometime later on. So they escaped into a pool of acid sharks. They escaped that, and then making their way aboard a ship hidden away in a giant cave, Captain Cerbernaldi claimed this powerfully plastic ship as his own. And then they blasted their way out of the cliffside into the seas. As they rounded their way into the cove where they had landed previously, however, they found the cockatrice scuttled in a flame, with her crew on their knees on the beach, about to be executed by the Footwing clan of crows. This is Pugmire, so we're using the fortune system. I believe there are how many in the pool now already? 4? 3?
I'll tell you here in a second. Well, if we don't reset between games, we have 8 in the pool.
We should be resetting, but I'm a nice DM, so I won't reset because I don't want to have to use backspace and then type another number. That just seems...
I'm typing 5 because that seems fair.
Okay. Seemed arduous, but I'm sorry. Cool.
I
so
thought you were Sean.
Well, I mean, I am. The fuck just happened?
I don't know. It sounds like some great music.
Phone, why are you playing songs for no reason, weirdo? Anyway, where was I? Fortune allows you to re-roll any dice roll, literally any dice roll. You can also spend a fortune to interrupt initiative and go immediately. Spellcasters can spend a fortune to cast spells without expending spell slots. Good dogs and cats, and birds and lizards if they were here. What would you do? What do you do?
I think perhaps we should go upon the attack.
Well, the only problem is worry about friendly fire. Can we see the ship? The other ship that scuttled, Queso's ship, is that nearby?
Yeah, it's sort of scuttled in the bay there. It's pretty much where you left it before. It's scuttled now. So.
No, the ship that did the scuttling. Do we see that?
Oh, strangely enough, there is no other ship.
Okay, I was afraid of that. Does it look like there's like a dinghy or any other boat that they would have used to get to shore nearby, or
none other than the one that you would have used yourself?
Okay.
What did they do? Come from the acid seas themselves?
Well, they could have flown. I don't know how near they're out there. They could have flown and then left their ship behind, and yeah. Okay. Rinaldi will order the 3 of you that are on the ship. I don't have a full crew. I will order you to aim the cannons directly at everyone on the beach. And wait for my signal. I shall go and parlay with these pirates and release our crew. If I give the signal, blast away.
So,
what's this signal?
yeah.
The signal will be if I take my hat off for any reason, because I would never take my hat off.
Yes, that is serious. That's deadly serious. All right, cool. So, you anchor the ship and you get in one of your own dinghies and row yourself over, though the thought of actually having to row yourself and not have somebody else do it is...
It's demeaning.
Yeah, it's demeaning.
And I will take this aggression out on said birds, because that's just...
Excellent. All right, so you arrive on shore, and then one of the other birds sort of like comes up beside you to sort of escort you to where they are on the beach. He motions to you to like take your weapon, but he knows you're not going to give it up.
And your dreams, bird brain.
He kind of frowns at you and narrows his eyes and just like sort of tilts its head to start walking.
Oh, we'll keep walking.
All right. So, there's like 4 smaller birds, and then there's just one big tall one, really wide, and they all have their guns trained on poor little Swabby, Beaver, Sergio, who's asleep actually.
Surprised they found him.
Surprised they found him, right?
I thought he had drowned in one of the grog barrels.
Found him sitting in the gun. And then Queso won't get on her knees because she's too dignified and too proud of a pirate.
Sure.
And, yeah, so the big bird kind of nods at you and he's like, Captain.
Bird.
So, I hear you've been on a little adventure. Oh yeah, and Gaspar's there, by the way, too.
Is he also on his knees, or is he free?
He is not free. He is also being held at musket point. So,
okay.
He kind of looks at you, lowers his gun just a little bit. He's like, sorry about the proposition, or sorry about the scuttling of your ship, Captain, but I wanted to let you know that we are deadly serious.
I just gesture to the bigger, better, more awesome ship that has appeared.
I see you found another one. So I guess the treasure map was true. Anyway, interesting. So, that's good that you have a ship, Captain, because you're going to need it. I offer you a proposition. We can both mutually benefit. Over there on the shore behind some rocks are some crates. We're going to pick up those crates, and we're going to board your ship. We're going to put them on that ship. And you're going to deliver them to a fort just west of Waterdog Port. And there you'll find an associate of somebody that you're looking to investigate. You see, the Footwing has been in cahoots with certain individuals within Waterdog Port, and, well, it's come a time to renegotiate that arrangement, and you're going to help us do that.
What's in the crates?
Weapons and armor being smuggled to the fort. Apparently they're outfitting some sort of army that they plan to use against your precious Possum Junction.
So you want me to deliver the means for a group of vagabonds to go and invade my homeland? I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Yes, because you see, that'll get you into the fort so that you can then wreck their operation. If the reason for smuggling doesn't exist anymore, then, well, we're not necessarily beholden to certain parties and would be much freer to give away some more information. And then maybe we can make new agreements with new friends, if you catch my drift.
And why is it that you're suddenly so kind-hearted and wanting to help the citizens of Pugmire and myself?
Well, you see, till you came along, there was a big dog in town that was kind of messing up everybody's day, but it seems that you've thrown a wrench in those gears, and so we wanna partake. We see an out. You're our out.
I'll side-eye Queso just to see her reaction to this.
Shrugs.
It's on brand.
Well, I can't say that you started negotiations off on the best of terms. I wave at the flaming ship and then at my crew at gunpoint.
Well, you see, like I said, we wanted to make a point. Let you know we're serious.
You could have just said, we're serious.
Well, actions are stronger than words. And he actually holsters his pistol, but the rest of them are all holding their pistol at the others. Do we have How do you pirates say it? In accord.
I like that he used my lingo. Look around at things. I'll look at the crew. Look at Queso. I'll look back at my new ship. How many of these birds are there again?
There was one for every one of your crew, so that there's 4 or 5 of them that you can see.
Sure, I like those odds. Once we get back on my ship, then numbers are in our favor. And how is it that you all arrived at this island? I didn't see a ship with your clan or banner on it.
The Footwing has their ways.
Deal. And I'll stick out my paw.
Excellent. He sticks out his feathered hand and shakes it. Kind of nods to his other friends, and they all drop their weapons, or holster their weapons, and they start scurrying off down the beach. And your crew gets up, kind of looks around, looks at you, and just like, "Thank you, Captain." And then Gaspar actually comes up and he's like, "You saved my life there twice now, Captain Rinaldi. I do believe I owe you several life debts now, so..."
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Consider me on your side till the wind blows another way.
I'll kind of like make the motion of like helping up the crew and like, gathering together and checking on them, patting on the backs, but the whole time just asking like, I'm asking like strategic things like, are there any more of them? Did you notice anyone else? Did you see a boat? Did they fly here? Did you see inside the crates? Did they mention anything else while you guys are being held prisoner, et cetera, et cetera?
No, Captain. They just seem to have come out of nowhere. Our dirty pretties. Anyway, they offered me the same to betray you, and well, I just could not betray the great Captain Sir Rinaldi. It just would have been terrible. Would have made my cousin so sad to see you skewered or something terrible like that. Oh, here they come now with the crates. Interesting. Bird kind of saddles up next to everybody and is just like, "Take these crates. Show him this card." And he gives you like a small piece of paper. It's like, that'll show you that you work for us and that you're delivering some of the goods. You can't miss the fort. It's west of Waterdog Port. I believe your witch-fire-haired captain here knows exactly where to go. Anyway, we'll see you off. Good luck. We hope you succeed, because if you don't, things could get messy.
Mm-hmm.
They've got several crates loaded up in your dinghy and in the other dinghy. I like saying dinghy. And yeah, so and they just kind of like walk back on the shore, and as you're sort of like looking around, sort of wary, like you look, your head darts around one way, and then you dart back to look at them, and they've disappeared.
I don't like it. Sorcerer's powers afoot. We'll get back to the ship. I'll have the captured crew unload the crates, because non-captured people don't have to load crates. And I will fill in Damascus, Ham, and Samira about what our encounter on the beach.
All right. So you two are filled in about what happened, and all of you kind of notice Queso's sitting on the bow of the ship, or standing on the bow of the ship, looking at her ship that's just rotting there in the bay now, unfortunately. And she just kind of takes off her hat and has a solemn moment, turns around, comes up to Rinaldi. He's like, "Ah, Captain Rinaldi, I see that you have found A great ship. It's very nice. Have you given it a name?
I'm glad you asked. I've heard a word once when I was a child, and it stuck with me.
Uh-huh.
It was used to describe my mother, who was quite an individual lass.
Uh-huh.
She was known to be an adventurer and only look out for herself, and she was stricken early on with lameness in one of her legs, and so she had to take to being a dog of the night, if you catch my drift.
Anticipating.
The name of our boat shall be the hedonistic Hawkbat.
I'm sorry. What was that? I had something in my ear.
The hedonistic Hawkbat.
The hedonistic hawkbats?
Yes. You know, hedonistic, pleasure-seeking, self-indulgent. That's what we do as pirates. And Hawkbat, one of the most fearsome animals, one of the only predators of dogs.
She kind of looks at Rinaldi, looks at the rest of you, looks back at her ship, and just, oh, if only I had a crate full of mending spells. Oh well, alright. It's a fine name.
Tis a fine name.
Tis a fine name. You'll have to get that etched in wood and put it up on the side and paint it on the back. The hedonistic.
Speaking of which,
yes.
Is there any? Would you like to attempt to salvage any part of your ship before we leave?
Ah, no. It's gone. This is home now. If you don't mind, Captain, I'd be liking to take my old position at the steering wheel, if you don't be minding.
You do know the way.
Excellent. Good day, Samira, Ham, Damascus. I hope you had fun on the island, and, Well, Captain, as your bird fellow said, I do know the way to this fort, and, well, nobody's been there in quite some time. It was old and ruined and abandoned during the wars. So, be prepared for some strange spooky woo sort of things. Very well.
Samira will go up to Queso and very sneakily hand her a very sealed bag full of something green.
Oh.
And it's catnip. And she goes, "Here, to deal with the pain of losing your precious ship."
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my sweet pirate sister. Thank you. Oh, you touch my heart. My black, ickery heart. Very well. We set sail. And so, you were on the hedonistic hawkback.
Yes.
Hawkbat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, okay. Awesome. I don't know what to do with that.
What do you mean do with that? That's the name of the ship. There's nothing to do.
It's great. It's fantastic. Wow.
That
okay.
word is too big, and Ham can't pronounce it.
I'm sorry, Ham. You could just call it the Hawkbat.
Or the heady Hawkbat.
The heady Hawkbat, yeah.
That doesn't make it sound better.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, Sir Rinaldi, I would like to remind you that you found the, crap, what did I call it? The Oi of Chu earlier, the T-Oi of Chu, which, you know that it would cause anybody to sort of obsess over.
I don't think I found that.
Oh,
No, I did.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Damascus has
Damascus, I
that.
thought.
That's
But
right.
I haven't shown it or spoken of it yet.
Okay, so remember you still have that as well, because that's kind of key. Cool. So, yeah, you guys set sail and you're going off in the distance. Is there anything anybody would like to do as you're out on the high seas?
Ham would like to fulfill his role as entertainer,
Okay.
and he tries to juggle. And what he does is he takes like a fruit
Mm-hmm.
and just throws it in the air and catches it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts like chasing his own tail and then throwing the fruit and then running to catch it. And he's like playing catch with himself in
Oh.
front of the crew.
So if I may, when Damascus sees you doing this, and you toss it up one time, he's going to take his dagger out and slice it into like 5 pieces, and just kind of like whip his arm around and have like the 5 pieces of fruit laying from his tips of his fingers to about his elbow, and he's going to like, Ham, if you do you mind if I partake?
Ham is sad because you ruined his trick.
I get another fruit and I give it to him, and then I continue.
He just
eating
stares
more
at
fruit.
it because it's
Okay.
not the same.
Okay.
And he starts whimpering because it's not the same.
That's rough for Ham. I'm sorry.
And then Ham starts singing the song of his people, only instead of it sounding like an actual song, it just sounds like someone being murdered by a lawnmower and like a child screaming all at once.
I'm
That's the
gonna
way it
get some
always sounded.
earplugs, and I'm
Yeah.
putting some earplugs in.
Yeah, that's not a new description there, Ham.
It's slightly louder than usual.
Okay, got you. Okay.
I would like to do a complete walk through, walk down, inspect every nook and cranny of my brand new ship.
It's a pretty fine ship. It is actually made of solid plastic. The mast and everything is it's kind of like a modern sailboat almost. It's got like fiberglass and it's pretty dope ship. It has a hold underneath, and then there's some crew quarters. Your cabin quarters are just under the bridge. And yeah, it's not huge, it's not big, but it's a very fine, very sleek, very fast ship. And it is already carrying 2 8-pounders on it, so those can sort of be rolled around pretty feet. They're like on crap, what are the wheels called? Like on an office chair. They have a specific name, I can't think. Casters. They're on like casters that rotate everywhere, so the 8-pounders are easier to move. They're still freaking heavy, but you can move them from one side to the other if you needed to.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's your ship. It's a pretty nice ship. Your captain's quarters is not furnished at all, except for sort of the old like wooden furniture or whatever that would have been left in it by the previous occupants, which you have no idea who it was.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm looking for, especially when I look through the captain's quarters. I'm gonna look for like any old notes or books,
a lot of it just
or
sort of
journals or anything like that.
It crumbles to dust, most of it, or it's just been eaten away by sitting in a cave for however long it was. So you have no idea who used the thing previously, and you remember all of that gear and stuff that was in that one room where you jumped down the center. You kind of get the feeling that like that was sort of the burial of the crew or something like that, because like any sort of accoutrements or anything of any sort of worth has been completely removed from the ship, and it's just sort of the ship and its few like broken crates and crumbling pieces of furniture and stuff like that.
So we're gonna have to like go to Home Goods and Target and get some decorations for our ship.
Right, you do need to go to Dog Target and Dog Home Goods and to take
Cool.
care of
Ham,
that.
think it pronounced Target.
I'm sorry. Yes, it is Target. Pugmire Target.
Rinaldi will go to like kind of a discreet area of the captain's quarters, and we'll just so that he is forever remembered as part of this legendary ship, and we'll carve his name into the wood. or the plastic, I guess technically.
All right, cool.
That even when Rinaldi dies and this ship passes on to someone else, and then there's someone else, and there's someone else, I will always be part of the ship.
Nice. Excellent. Cool. Samira, is there anything that you're doing in particular?
Probably getting to know the ship, considering she's the first mate, and finding a nice little Samira friendly cubby to exist in.
Yeah, there are some individual quarters that look maybe like they were storerooms or something like that, but they may have been turned into makeshift quarters, so you can kind of find your own like little first mate hole that you can sit in. But you also do sort of like bound into the captain's quarters accidentally, and Rinaldi's in the corner doing something weird. And you're like,
this is awkward. Samira, how can I help you? Just examining every corner of my my room.
My apologies, Captain. I did not mean to intrude upon you in your private time. Toodaloo.
Samira, actually, you know what? This will make this less awkward. Come over here. Come over here.
Captain, I don't think.
No! And I'll finally turn around. It's not like that. It's not like that. I still have my clothes on, obviously. It's not like that.
All right. What? How can I help you, my captain?
I'll hand you the dagger I was using hilt first. Come, every captain should also immortalize their first mate. Carve your name below mine. Slightly smaller, though, so people do not get confused.
Oh, thank you, Captain Rinaldi. I shall cherish this forever.
Excellent.
Just carves the tiniest in
I
perfect cursive, whatever cursive is.
I'm even more impressed that you took the initiative to make it as tiny as possible. and Rinaldi knows that he has made the right choice in first mate.
Tell me the captain's quarters are below deck.
Right underneath the bridge.
Below the water line.
No. So like there would be the main deck, and then there would be a door off the main deck that goes into the captain's quarters, or like goes into the ship. But then just beyond that would be like the captain's quarters, and then there'd be like steps up to the bridge where the wheel is.
Right. Makes sense. I just really wanted. I just really wanted the dagger to just go, oops, oh, crap. And then just have a dagger in the wall for however long. You can't pull it out, because...
Cool. Yeah, Damascus, you check out the kitchen, I would imagine. It's in much disarray.
I go to the kitchen and I start getting my pots and my pans out and I put them on the stove, and I look and see what food we have, and pineapples, a bunch of pineapples.
What's wrong with pineapples?
No, nothing's wrong with it. That's just all we have.
Oh, right. And there's a cabinet with like some super moldy cheese in it as well. Like, yeah, it's been there a long time.
Is it the good cheese, or like, is the cheese that's supposed to have mold on it, or just bad cheese?
You know what? Roll a no nature.
Oh, nature. Okay.
This will determine whether or not Damascus poisons himself here in a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, not just me. 13.
13. Sure, that cheese is fine.
I
don't like
don't like the way you said
that.
that, Sean. That cheese is fine. Idiot. So he's gonna like cut the moldy parts off and just kind of like, okay, well,
So
they
you-
say some cheese needs to be aged, so I'm just gonna present it in the best way possible, and I'm putting it on the platters right next to the pineapple, so we got some sweet and some salty.
You cut the moldy parts off, and you end up with a cube that big.
All right then. All right, I guess I'm gonna eat it. I'm just gonna eat the cube.
Are you making a crudité? Like, is that what you're doing right now?
Oh, well, kind of. I was trying to, but now it's just pineapple.
Give me a Constitution save.
Oh no. 5. Oh no.
Wait, a total of 5? Oh, wow.
Okay, can I do a Constitution save?
No,
And
no.
eat moldy cheese?
I ate the last of it, just a little bit.
So Damascus, you're like, huh? That was a weird taste. This is fine. This won't affect me later on down the road. This is fine.
Everything's fine. And so I start cutting up bits of pineapple. Now we have some pineapple sauce with pineapple slices on some
With pineapple drizzle in a side of pineapple soup.
Yep, on the side of pineapple soup. That's what we're having. Like
Okay.
this, legitimately, I didn't want to grab anything from the island because I don't know what's edible and what's not. But I know pineapples are edible.
Yes.
So hopefully this will get to the next port.
That's a lot of pineapple.
So we're gonna have a lot of pineapple.
Excellent. So
Pineapple glaze
sit there.
sounds amazing.
All right, and then I sit there, rummage around, and I'm like, oh, I found it, and I got this really rusty, like butcher's cleaver, and just like cutting out, like slamming up and down on the table, cooking pineapple.
So everybody is at mealtime. You are served grilled pineapple with a pineapple demi-glaze, with a side of pineapple salad, with a pineapple sauce that you can dip it into, with a side of pineapple soup, and for dessert, there is crushed pineapple.
I love it. I love it so much.
Hey, everything pineapple, it works. Don't worry, at about the 5th day, you're gonna love it even more.
The face on
That's
Samir
fair.
is just
Also, I'm gonna put pineapple on a pizza.
Samira will turn to Queso and go,
We haven't written any new rules for the ship. Perhaps we could eat one of the non-cat, non-dog crew members.
and
and
she's
stares
just,
at Damascus.
she's stuffing her face full of pineapple. She's like, "Oh, it's really good."
Ham is whining because exactly like that.
Yeah.
Ham's whining because the pineapple's trying to eat him.
Why is the pineapple trying to eat ham? How is the
'Cause
pineapple?
Because technically that's what pineapple does. There's a particular enzyme in the acid of the pineapple that technically breaks down muscles and fat. So technically when you eat a pineapple, it is technically dissolving you in the process.
How does Ham know that?
How does Ham know that Rinaldi is secretly insecure? And then he starts chasing after seagulls.
Huh. Fair enough.
But Aldi is not insecure. I am very secure in who I am.
He says with the largest hat in the room. Excellent. Everyone is fine. They're just a little oversaturated with sweetness. Damascus, give me another Constitution save.
3.
Yeah, that's looking real good. you don't sleep so well, and you stop for a moment, and you're like, well, we had a lot of pineapple. I'm sure I just have indigestion from a lot of pineapple. That's probably it. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not that 1,000-year-old cheese that I decided to eat.
It's fine. It's everything.
Nothing
is
to do
fine.
with that.
Right. No, it's
Everything is fine. It's
Right.
okay. There are some cheeses that can last for 2,000 years. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Clearly, it wasn't this cheese because of the way the DM is talking. But
Damascus is unaware.
Damascus is just like, that was some actually tasty cheese. Well done. I could have sold that for $2,000.
You guys do have a chance to stop off at Water Dog Port if you wish to, because it's on the way. In case you want to swap out for some not pineapple.
Yes, we should definitely stop.
Yes.
Cool.
Going to get some fresh meats, a little bit of cheeses. Also, if we have pepperoni, I'm gonna try and find some pepperoni. I'm not gonna give up on the pineapple entirely, but yeah, we're definitely gonna get a break.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Other than that, you actually are greeted by some of the footwing that are there inside of
Awkward.
inside of Water Dog Port, and one of them kind of comes up to you, Rinaldi, as you look very captainish, and he's like, "So, is everything going according to plan?"
Yes.
Excellent. Is there anything we can do for you?
Yeah, our ship needs supplies.
Oh, well, here is some booty, so to speak. And he hands you a big bag of plastics. So you're able to restock the ship, get supplies, actually get some decent furniture.
Hell yeah, I'm pimping this ship out. Let's go. I'm talking feather beds for everyone.
Oh, feather beds. Oh my.
Yes.
Ham probably.
Damascus will supply the feathers.
Oh, ooh.
Yes, Captain. I have been keeping that collection for you as we speak. I don't know how well it's going to be, but I have enough for about five beds if you lay them down one layer at a time.
I would also like to commission a flag for our ship, as well as painting of our sails. I would like them painted striped black and maroon.
Black and maroon. Okay, that can be done. I am terrified what this flag is going to look like, though.
The flag, of course, is like kind of how wings for other sigils are like kind of
right
curved on either side, and then it's an open hawk bat mouth.
Oh, okay. That's a lot more normal than I thought it was going to be.
For sure.
A hawk bat?
For something called the hedonistic hawk bat, you know. It's not like spilling some wine or anything like that.
Well, it's kind of like a circle with another circle, and like the hawk bat mouth is kind of like a gape. And it's like the feathers from the hawk bat are kind of like on end because it's in flight and it's angry.
Okay.
Yeah. A hawk bat doesn't actually exist. I just made that up.
I just looked it up and I'm like, wait.
I just hawk by itself didn't sound cool enough, so I said do hawk bat.
But
I assume in Pugmire
Avatar.
I'm assuming in Pugmire a hawk bat could potentially be an animal that exists.
Sure, I'm down for it, but apparently that's something from Star Wars. There's something.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a reptilian flame. Of course it exists in Star Wars. Of course it does.
Oh.
Man, here I thought we came up with something cool and original.
Me too.
You know what, Patty?
Well, you did, and then
You did.
Star Wars ruined it.
And
Thanks.
then, you know what? I see the
Thanks.
date on that Wikipedia article is 5 minutes after you said the word Hawkbat. So
Boom.
somebody just went in. Somebody was watching the stream, also a huge Star Wars fan, and was like, "That sounds like something that should exist in Star Wars." And then they went and like created an animal.
Yeah,
real quick.
Obviously, I mean,
That's
even
what it
if
is.
you look at the
Yeah.
if you look at the Wikipedia page that was for Hawkbat itself, it literally is like 1 year, before the date of that Star Wars page. So
Right.
obviously,
So, streamer, we're coming for you with our copyrights for Hawkbats. Just
I also want to
Yeah.
make patches for everyone so they
Make
can
it
slap on their
patches?
clothes.
okay.
Yeah, not eye patches. Sorry, like
Right, right.
like armbands or something or whatever.
Look at you. All right, that's cool.
Oh no, we're implementing a
Ham.
uniform.
Oh God, there's a uniform. Holy crap.
there's uniform edges.
That'll come later. That'll come later with the next batch of plastic we have. That's
Okay.
all I can afford for this time is the patches.
So
The uniform will come later.
so while we're doing this,
Mhm.
Damascus would like to take some of the leaf plants of the pineapple heads,
Mhm.
and then just like stick them in his hat because he thinks that's pretty cool. It's gonna look like claws coming out all around.
Wait, are you modifying the hat I gave you?
No, I'm putting things on the hat.
Yeah, you're modifying the hat I gave. You're gonna need to submit that for approval.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. As soon as Sir Rinaldi comes back, I'll submit it for approval.
Cool. So you guys have patches. You have sails. You have a pretty good Jolly Roger hanging up there. Yeah, cool. The last thing that the Footwing actually says to you, Rinaldi, is like, "This never happened. We never met or saw each other."
But we did.
Creepy.
No.
I am talking to you right now.
No, we didn't. No. You see,
Why are you contradicting something that's literally happening right
No.
now?
all right. So, see, this did happen, but
Okay, but why? So why are you saying it didn't?
you don't tell anyone that it did. It didn't happen.
I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone, but it did happen.
Right.
I'm not crazy.
No, you see, you found this it fell off a truck. It fell off a wagon.
No, you gave me a bag and handed it to me and said,
No,
"Here
that's
you go."
not true.
I really feel like you're gaslighting me right now, and I don't appreciate that.
No, so see, this exchange, this happened,
Right.
but it
I'm with you.
It did not happen for all intents and purposes.
And that's where you lose. That's where you lose. me,
Okay,
because it did happen.
You know what? Let's just say it happened, but disagree
Right.
that it didn't happen. And you're
Okay.
a very fine captain. Just, yeah,
Okay.
right.
Sure. And I'll walk back up and just be like, "Wow, those birds are very weird. They speak in many tongues."
Are you coming back on the ship
Yes.
and saying that?
Yes. I like you much better, Damascus.
Thank you. My birds my fellow friends, my bird folk tend to be very straightforward. Some weird.
No,
weird
that's
people.
not. That's not the impression I got.
They're not sparrows, Captain.
No, they're crows, and
Yes,
they
crows
are not. They are not straightforward.
Yes, they are not. They tend
Oh,
to be very
okay. All right.
secretive.
Okay. Yes. That
Sparrows,
is
on the other
that is
hand,
the
are-
impression I got.
Yes. I never liked it. I'll be honest with you. The sparrows, they're very secretive, and that clan that we met is. Where did you get the bag of plastics, Captain? Did they give it to you?
Well, it was okay. So it depends who you ask. The one account would
Okay.
say that one of those crows handed it to me, but supposedly that didn't happen, but it did happen. While not happening, there also may have been a truck involved where the bag fell off of the truck. But then it was handed to me.
It was handed
but
to
then
you.
It wasn't handed to me.
Right.
But
so he told you
I had it.
So he told you that it wasn't handed to you, but he handed it to you.
Maybe.
Okay. Did he say what for?
No, I don't look gift crows in the mouth.
That is weird. I mean, who gives just a good bag of plastic away? I mean, that's... I mean, you're right. We shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, though.
No, he was a crow, not a horse.
Yes, absolutely. Crows, absolutely.
Okay.
Would you like some...
Damascus, you've been out in the sun too long.
Oh, no, I was just wondering what kind of food you would like me to buy with this plastics.
Whatever you mean. You're the quartermaster.
I'm taking requests, but also we are having pineapple pizza at least once a week.
Made from pineapple flour and pineapple sauce.
With some dough.
No, that's the pineapple flour makes the pineapple dough.
There we go. It works.
Sure, I mean, yes. Just that if that's what the crew wants, that's what the crew will get. That's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. And then he's gonna get like some sausages and some pepperoni. He's gonna make it up nice, but it's definitely just there's a lot of pineapple in that pizza.
Is pineapple addictive? Is Damascus now addicted to pineapple?
Oh no, it's just a hot take from John because he's trolling the people that don't like pineapple pizza.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Which those people are wrong. Pineapple pizza is amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of trolling, give me another Constitution save there, Damascus.
Sure. Yeah.
12. Better. So like your stomach's gurgling a little bit like, oh. It's definitely not that cheese I ate 3 days ago. That would just be weird. Okay. Sure. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's totally fine.
Everything's fine.
Said the citizens of Mount Vesuvius.
So, you set sail and you follow the coast, and you start to notice like the shores of Waterdogport quickly give way to like a muddy, murky swamp, and you start hearing like those insect sounds, and like there's just constantly like a weird mist, and it was the middle of the day and the sun was out and the winds were strong, but then it turns like murky and gray and there's a slight drizzle. So, you know, if one of your characters doesn't like water at all, you probably would need like a large hat and a hood, possibly a cloak to protect yourself from the water. But yeah, there's just this constant drizzle, and then it's dark.
Oh, is our ship gonna stink now because of me and Ham?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, you mean smell like dog? I mean,
yeah.
So it could.
If you'll allow it.
Yes.
Samira has this repurposed welly or rain boot from the era of man.
Okay.
And it is literally just you put the boot on and there's holes cut into the boot, and this is something passed on from her, ancestors. They've collected it because, everyone knows cats like to go in shoes. Cats like to stick their heads in shoes.
So you can have a fortune. Patty can have a fortune and then pineapple trolling can have a fortune as well.
All right, back up to 8.
That didn't take long. Cool. So,
We're the best.
You see, you're actually just sort of letting the breeze take you, and Queso's navigating very well. And you start to see on the horizon this old ruined fort with like really tall towers and really tall walls, and this makeshift like crumbling port that comes off into the seas. And you can start to see lights and torches and things. And as you get close, you hear a horn sound, and you realize that this is like a secret signal that you need to mimic.
Ham immediately does the song of his people.
Ham, give me a performance check.
Okay. If I don't do well, I want to use a fortune of my personal because I got a vote from last week.
Okay, fair enough. 15. Good enough. So this horn goes off, and all of you like immediately look at Ham, and in that moment, Ham knows what to do, and just makes this obnoxious howling sound that sounds just like the horn itself. And you hear like a repeat of it, but it's like in a different tone, and then Ham easily changes to that tone, and then you see several torches light up on the docks, and they start like doing they have like two torches, and they're doing like the airplane thing with two torches to sort of like guide you into the docks. And you pull in, you anchor, you tie up the ship, and there's this cranky old rat standing on the docks looking up at you. It's like, "You ain't the usual delivery guy. Who are you?"
We're better than the usual delivery guy.
Uh-huh. You got your papers?
I have a paper. I'll produce the thing the crow gave.
There's these two soldier-like dudes who come up and like put a gangplank up, and the rat walks up, kind of eyes your paper, looks at it, rubs his like scruffy little beard he has under his chin, and just like, "All right, that checks out. My boys ain't gonna be doing the heavy lifting, so you got a crew. Your crew, anywhere we can show you your crew to unload. We need you to take some of it down into the courtyard, and we need you to unload most of it here. So you might have to split your crew."
Fair enough. Beaver, Swabby, and Queso, stay here. The rest of you come with me.
All right, sir. Swabby's gonna do. Swabby does. Just swab the deck.
My God, Swabby, less talking, more lifting.
All right, I'll lift those crates. Actually, I'm too small, so I'll get Gaspar to do it. He's real tall and big, strong.
Oh my God, stop talking.
Ham, help!
Ham,
help,
Captain.
Swabby!
I got you, Captain. Good luck.
Swabby is
Good luck with your subterfuge, sir. The rat kind of looks up. He's like, "What?"
I love Swabby so
He's
much.
gotten hit on the head so many times. Don't worry about Swabby. Keep doing you, Swabby. You're the man.
All of you give me notice checks. I will get that right someday.
One of these days.
One of these things not like the other. That's right.
Ham got a 15.
Yeah,
So
I did.
Ham notices this.
14 for me.
Samira notices this. J3 or Damascus is really starting to get concerned about this gurgle in his stomach, and that causes him not to notice. And Rinaldi doesn't notice because he's too busy like being proud. But
No, I'm yelling at Swabby.
okay, right. Swabby just has you completely distracted. But Ham and Samira kind of look at each other, look at these soldiers, and they look odd. Like, it's almost like they're like they don't have any. Their skin's weird, and like their heads fully covered by these helms and like these armor pieces that they're wearing and everything. They just look weird, and like they got like little stubby feet. It's very strange.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What is Swabby?
Oh crap! I think he's I don't think I ever said.
No, I don't think you did.
We picked him up from the ship that was damned.
And I never said what he is. What would you like him to be?
Lizard.
Make
He's
him
definitely
the
a lizard.
cutest tiny gecko.
Oh,
It reminds me of a
he's
lizard
gecko.
because there's
Yeah.
a Pokemon named Swabble that's lizard looking.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. And one of the things he does when he goes on his rambling talks is that he'll lick his eyeball.
Just,
Which is probably another reason
mid-sentence,
that
just-
Rinaldi doesn't like him.
Yep. Okay,
Oh my god, I love that.
That's very disconcerting. I wish you'd
Swabby
stop that.
is a gecko. Beaver's definitely a
Wait.
dog.
What kind of gecko, though?
The ceiling climbing kind, because then he'll pop into the captain's quarters and be like, hey Captain, did you know that?
Or
Rinaldi will
he'll
be
just,
like, ah!
or he'll just be up there cleaning. Like he's just swabbing is what he does,
Oh my
right? So he's
God,
cleaning the
that's
ceiling. Yeah, and you walk in, you go, oh, there's no one here. Guess I'll do my thing. And then you look up and it's like, oh, hi, Swabby.
Also,
I love
remember
it.
he likes to sleep in the citrus barrels because he's citrus swabby. The swab.
That's
That,
true.
indeed. And everything smells amazing, just like pineapple.
Right.
Everything smells like
God.
pineapple.
Citrus swabby of the decks. So yeah, they all start unloading most of the crates on the docks.
Nice.
But like the rat sort of like gesturing some of you, I imagine are PCs, towards the inner courtyard along the dockway. And there seems to be like a soldier like waiting for you to approach, and he's just kind of like nudging his head to hurry up. So Damascus, you're real strong, so I imagine you're carrying a crate, but it's kind of hard because your stomach is like in a really weird place. And Ham, you're real strong, so you would carry a crate.
I'm just kind of doing like the
Ham?
slow walk, it's like, I got to work today, but I'm definitely dragging. It's not feeling good. I don't want to.
Can I roll to see if I can carry 2 crates?
Give me a strength check.
Oh, hey, I'm going for the style points.
Oh,
Like,
nice. You do get some style
17.
points. You're just like, you got you just crates and like over your shoulders and just like do Ham strong.
It was most impressive, Ham. Well done. Would
Is
you like
Ham
to?
the
Would you like to
doggo?
carry me? Would you like to carry me with a crate one time? My stomach's not feeling great.
Is he gonna
Only if
explode?
Damascus am good doggo.
You are a very good doggo.
Yes.
Awesome. So soldier kind of leads you in, and at this point you can see there's several corrals with like just dozens of these guys just standing around. There's a few in the courtyard practicing against dummies, and it just seems like they're preparing for war, like lots of weapons of war around. There also is a big old like scruffy badger like ordering some of them around, and he kind of looks at you guys and just like, put those crates over there and get through the door inside the walls. And the soldier walks up to a door, opens it, and kind of like ushers you in.
Oh, okay. Mm.
So all of you are inside the storeroom, and you can see it's just packed to the gills with armor and swords and pikes and a few firearms and things, just like a ton of all sorts of weapons just in this room. A lot of it not matching, some of it is unmarked. Just weapons upon weapons, and you kind of crack open your crate and you realize, yeah, okay, we're carrying weapons as well. Cool. So The soldier kind of ducks his head in, kind of like motions his head like, come on, and then he steps out for a moment. But you have a moment to yourselves here inside this wall.
Can I look through the weapons? Can I get a notice on the weapons, see if there's anything good?
There's nothing. It all seems pretty mundane. It all seems poorly made, mass-produced. A lot of it looks like it was stolen. It's old, like it was recovered from ruins and things.
They clearly have no sense of style or craftsmanship at all.
A couple of rats with aprons come in and kind of look at you and just like give you a stink eye, but then they go and like pick up some weapons and some armor and leave.
So, as a point of order, John was not here last week, so he does not know what's going on.
John was not here last week? Oh,
John was here last week?
John was here last week.
Or no, I wasn't here for the first half hour, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, so you've been sort of like strong-armed into going to deliver some weapons and goods to this fort where you've been given information that this is somehow connected to the plot that you're investigating. And yeah. And you're there with a bunch of strange soldiers. There seems to be just a few like rats that are kind of like ordering people around and things. And then there's all these strangely armored, strangely looking soldiers. You haven't really gotten close to one and like given it a good look over, but that's what you see.
Oh, if we have a moment of time alone, like what are we looking for? Do we know? Do we have an idea? Do we want to go and check out those soldiers? Maybe we can find the commander's room. Maybe there's some information there. Do we want to? I suggest that we sneak while we're doing it, or I could go on my own if that's what everyone wants.
Not one for the sneaking, as I cannot physically do it.
Trying to sneak, clang, clang, clang. Oh shit!
Samira's got only a 3 in sneak.
Oh,
Okay. I have some amount of sneak stuff that I can use.
okay.
Yeah, I think you were the sneakier of us.
I'm a sneaky bird. Otherwise known as a snicky snake.
Snack. I'm a snack.
Well, yeah, the first thing I'd like to do is just like kind of like try and hug to the shadows and take a look at one of these armored people and see if like I can spot a commander.
Give me a sneak roll, but give me at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
So you're like,
Can
well,
I use a fortune?
Sure.
I'll take an 18, please.
So you start to leave the room and you're just like, oh God, stomach, ugh. But you sort of like push it out and you pop your head out and there's a guard. The guard's still standing there, but he doesn't look to be paying attention to you. And you can actually get a closer look at him now. And as with what you've seen in the room, there's a lot of makeshift armor. He has a sword that's old and rusted, that's scabbard at his side. And you look down and you realize like he doesn't really have hands. He just has like mitten hands.
Mitten hands.
Uh-huh. And you dare give him a poke on his skin and it feels soft and squishy but like crumbly.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like
Huh.
you poke it real fast, and where you poked, like there's little crumbly bits that fall off of him.
Okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna need a glass of milk here shortly.
Possibly.
It's their only weakness. I'm gonna go and try and find like the cap or commander's quarters or like any sort of lead I can find on that.
Give me a notice check. Ooh, a 7.
Can I use another fortune?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. Can I?
And we've got, what, 7 now? So that'll drop us to 6. Go for it.
Okay. 17, please.
So you notice there's 2 distinct things. There's actually 4 distinct things about this fort. There's obviously the dock where you came from. It's sort of like a the fort's very basic, except for the fact that it looks like where you're at and where you're storing the goods, like there's these very thick walls and it appears to be like storage rooms inside of them. Very thick, very tall. There's battlements to them, but at one corner of the fort, actually on the seaside, next to the docks, is a very tall tower. Looks to be about 3 stories tall. The other thing that you notice is really the only sort of illumination that comes from this area is, or the only thing that's really illuminated in the fort. All these guys are sort of walking around in the dreariness. There's a few torches here and there, but there is one wall that's just completely illuminated. All the lights that are all the windows that are on this wall are lit up, and you actually kind of feel a warmth coming from that location.
Like it's made out of stone?
Yeah, the whole fort's made out of like stone and bricks and things like that.
Because I would assume if they're crumbly, like I'd poke the stone too and see if that.
Like even though it's a ruin, it's still very well intact.
Okay.
Like you walked into this room and you didn't feel like this room is going to fall in on you. So.
All right. I'll go ahead and push my luck one more time.
Okay.
Does it possibly go into the room with a lot of heat? Like maybe if I can get there.
Give me a sneak roll.
A snack roll.
A snack roll, yes. At disadvantage. Well, that didn't work. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Nice. So you actually able to scurry around, duck behind some bales of hay, sneak over to some crates. You actually hide behind a couple of guards every once in a while, and you're able to make it across the courtyard to the other side, where you actually do now realize, yeah, this side of the fort's really warm, and you're able to look inside the main doorway, and you see just a wall of like ovens and kilns, and you see 12 rats all in aprons, all dusty. They're covered in like white powder, and then you watch them for a minute, and they actually are in the corner. There is a big vat that one main rat is stirring, and the others are like siphoning a batter out of into these big trays, and then they go and put the trays and slide them into the kiln.
Can I get a look at the finished process and see?
That'll take you some time to watch. In the meantime,
can I like hide before? Sorry, can I hide in a corner and just not move? Hopefully, make that a little bit easier on me.
Yeah.
The check.
Yeah. No, you got a 25, so you're able to get in there, and that's what you see. The rest of you, the sort of rat dockmaster comes in, and he's just like, "What do y'all just this isn't a hangout. Finish doing your dock stuff. Finish doing your delivery and get the heck out of here. Like, what are you doing? Get out."
You
Sorry.
were taking a break.
There's no breaks. Let's go. Move it. Come on. Move it. Let's go.
But
Uh,
union laws.
There ain't no
Oh,
unions. Come on. Let's go.
Now look. If you look over there at that bird, do you see how he looks a little bloated? You see,
I don't see no bird. Anyway, come on, you mangy cat. Let's go. Let's get going.
I beg your pardon.
Okay, I didn't want to have to pull rank here, but do you know who you are talking to? I am
No,
Captain
and I
Sir
don't
Rinaldi,
care. Let's go.
Shitsu of Mao. Okay, this is not happen. This.
All right, let's go. Come on, short
You
stuff.
will-
Let's go.
Short.
Yeah, the
I
dumb
was-
one in
I-
the corner. Let's go too. Come on, all three. Let's go.
Oh,
Did he just call Ham dumb?
Yes.
Nope. Smack him down. I'm smacking him down.
Ham,
Smack him down. That was the last straw. He could call me short, but he's not calling Ham dumb. I smacked him
enough.
down.
Ham not know what
Please.
dumb mean.
please tell me you have a white glove.
No, I'm pulling out my awesome pirate sword. I'm not killing him. I'm just taking the handle. I'm just bopping him in the temple.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
I love that so much.
15.
15,
15 definitely hits. Roll the damage on that one.
12.
12.
Pop, pop.
Okay. Put the phone there. That'll hold it. So you go and you don't slice him, but you just take that big skull-shaped hilt that you have and just bop him in the face, right in his nose, and he's just gushing blood out of his nose. He's like, you fucking hurt me, ah. And he's just like, God, ah.
Bop him again until he goes down.
You get him, and he's able to go down. He goes down pretty quickly. He goes down quickly, but this guard comes barreling in with a big old spear, and I need initiative rolls. Damascus, you give me an initiative roll, as we'll deal with you when your thing comes up.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, I got a 1?
You
Really?
click the initiative modifier, not the initiative button.
Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
That's it.
Okay, that's better. 17.
22.
Bow, 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 bow.
All right, cool. Samira, this guard just comes barreling in. He's got a big old pike that he's just ready to do stabby with you.
Before he gets close enough. Longbow! With my +1 mysterious bow.
All right, get it.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
11.
11.
Okay,
Plus
so
the 1.
I don't think this is consensual touching. So I don't think you could do it with her. I think you should do it against her. Or that. Smears are hurt, right? Yeah.
Right. An 11 misses, by the way. Or does
Curses.
Yes, an 11 actually misses. Wow. Anything? Any fortune?
I have the one that you gave me, but
I mean-
that's the fortune pool.
It's up to you. It's up to the group.
If you guys don't mind,
Yeah, no, we've got plenty. I'm down
Okay.
for it.
Sure. Oh no, we only have 5 now.
Oh no.
Oh,
Shove
no.
So that 13 hits, and you do 5 damage against it.
Take Ham's ball and shove it in his mouth.
I am going to, when I fire this arrow, I am going to say and punctuate the word that I accent.
Which is?
Ham is the goodest dog.
And shoot this bad
His
guy.
tail is like wagging so hard you can hear the whoosh noise.
Ham, good dog.
And you actually get him in one of the joints where he's not well protected and do some damage to him. Ham, it is your turn. That rat called you dumb. But he's on the floor, and now there's a big soldier-like thing attacking.
Is Ham aware that he was called dumb?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was called out.
Okay. Ham is aware that that is a not nice word to call someone.
No, it's not. It's very bad.
Curb stomp.
Curb stomp. All right, curb stomp this thing.
Okay, do I roll a strength or do I roll my warhammer?
I mean, obviously you would curb stomp him with the warhammer.
Okay, just want to make sure. Boop.
Doing it old school like the old school.
Oh, wow. Cool. The 20 hits. We'll take the 8 damage instead of the 5. And,
both sides of the spectrum.
and yeah, this thing's looking kind of messed up.
It's like Transformers 3. It's like,
Ham not dumb. Ham smart.
This is how it grabs pain in my day.
Nice job, Ham. Back to you, Damascus. You don't hear any of this is going on because it's actually...
I'm way far away.
And it's also luckily confined to the storeroom. They haven't been loud enough to raise any alarms. You're sitting here and you can tell there's just a bunch of rat bakers, you think, looking at these ovens. And you hear like a ding! And they go and like take one of the trays out. And they slide it out. And then up sits this thing that looks like a baked humanoid.
Run as fast as you can.
You can catch me. And the gingerbread man.
Like, and then you see them, they go and they like give it eyes, and then the eyes start winking, and then you can see it's like giving it to, and they kind of make definition to it, and then they hand it weapons and they put armor on it and they kind of send it out into the courtyard. Give me a notice check real quick.
19.
19. Or was it at disadvantage? Because your stomach's a little rumbly.
It's like he's poisoned or something.
It's almost like
poison
that.
or something.
You know what? I'm going to be mean. It's an 8. You don't see anything. You're fine.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
All good.
See how this is. See how this is.
So Rinaldi,
Yep.
it is your turn.
This thing's still standing?
Sorry.
Yes, the thing is still standing.
Not for long.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. That hits. Nicely done.
8 I'll go non-lethal on this guy as well.
Oh, you're gonna go non-lethal? Okay. So you go and you just hit it with the guard on your scabbard, and yeah, it like instead of like hearing that fleshy sort of like thump, you hear a cookie crunch.
Oh no.
And like bits of cookie like spray out at you as you you like it like gets some on your side and you lick it up and you're just like, delicious. It's the best gingerbread that you've ever tasted.
I stopped being non-lethal and I will continue to eat this man.
Okay. That is 8, that is 2. Yeah, and with that, like he thumps up against the wall and sort of slides down it, and he slumps over to the side.
I will break off his arm and start munching on it. Hopefully to the horror of everyone else in that room. And then I'll just be like, casually, as I'm gnawing on it, put the rat in one of the barrels.
Ham and Samira, this is the scene that you have beholden.
Ham's tail is like wagging, and then it kind of like slows down and then just stops, and he just stares at Rinaldi. Then he looks to Samira. Ham think maybe Captain go crazy?
Um,
And he just waves.
Just waves.
Perhaps. I
So at that point, I
don't-
take a big bite, and you see like cookie crumbs fall out.
So I have a
Ham
question.
think never eat cookie again.
Yes, Damascus.
So these are all rats, right?
Yes, everybody that's in your room in the kitchen is a rat.
Okay. And where do they put the flour?
You're actually like behind sacks of flour and things like that. Like every once in a while a rat will come and pick one up and dump it into the big vat. And with your 19 notice, you notice as they're starting to mix the batter again, the main sort of bigger rat at the top that's doing the stirring actually has this little vial and this bag of dust that he pours into the batter and then does a vigorous stirring to it. And yeah, you see that happen.
Do I see where those vials come from?
They're just up on a shelf, and you see there's actually several, and they all look the same. They're all the same color. Yeah, it seems like he has an assortment up there, a good supply to continue making soldiers over time.
If it's possible,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far away that shelf is from me.
Okay.
I'd like to get over there and see if I can, like, loosen. Well,
Give me a Constitution save.
so
save real quick.
before I do anything, I'll give you a Constitution save.
Okay.
Like, I kind of have stuff I want to do. 14 or 11.
Stomach's really just like, you ever eat like a lot of sugar and your stomach's just upset?
It hurts.
And
Yeah.
it hurts, and it's like grumbly, but like
Feels really like gassy.
yeah, really gassy, and you just like sort of like let out a bit of gas, and the rats sort of like look in your direction, and they're just like, whatever. And then they're like, the rats go, must be rats anyway. And yeah, but you wanted to get over to the vials there.
So I have a. Well, first question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bit of gunpowder on my person, obviously, because I have a flintlock pistol. And you say the flour is like right next to the furnace, huh?
Yeah, like it's a really long kitchen, and so the doorway goes towards the inside of the fort. The kilns and the ovens are on the long wall on the sort of outside of the outside wall, I guess you could say. And at the far end is the big old vat that they're stirring, and you're in the supplies that are on the opposite end. So to get over there, you'd have to traverse the entire length of the kitchen, which there's like 48. There's like 3 rows of 12, so there's just 48 ovens cooking, but they're basically 48 holes in the wall, and the whole wall has been sort of turned into just a big old fire that's just been being stoked from someplace else.
Bless you.
Bless you.
What you do?
I want to, with a long wick, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
because the flour and the fire are like right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to plant an explosive charge
Okay.
on, or preferably inside the flour. Deep enough that it kind of aerosolizes the flour.
Okay.
And have you ever seen aerosolized flour burn?
Yes, I just put it in chat that's actually, it's kind of like, it's explosive.
Flour's explosive.
Yes.
If it's aerosolized, the flour itself is made out of cornstarch, which burns. And if it's aerosolized, that means it goes up in about half a second, making an explosion.
I'm going to go with yes, it is.
So I would like to plant a charge in the flower with a long-ish wick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to be far enough away
Mm-hmm.
that far enough away that I'm not going to get caught in it. But I
Okay.
would like to be close to. I want to try and get myself closer to the vials.
Oh, so you're going to set the charge and then try to get to the vials?
I'm gonna set the charge. I'm gonna stay hidden, and then
Mhm.
hopefully in the confusion I can just like knock off a bunch of vials and try and smash them all.
Oh, okay. If you set the charge enough and there is a lot of flour in here, you might just accomplish both tasks all at one and just blow this kitchen up entirely. There's a lot.
If I think it'll be big enough to do that, then I'm gonna do that.
There's a lot of flour in here. They're making a lot of gingerbread men.
Oh, fantastic! And the last thing they're gonna see is a bunch of like flour sacks just fly everywhere in this kitchen before the whole thing goes up. It's gonna be great.
So you give me a stealth check real quick just to see if you can accomplish this without error. Come on,
It's
roll.
working. It's working.
Work.
Still working. Still working.
It is still trying to roll.
Wow.
Roll again.
My like the snow background, the snow effect is like granulated. It's like boop, 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 boop.
Oh, is it?
It's been a little slow for me. They did just recently crank out a huge update, so it's possible that
There's little chunky.
there's a bug or two that they
Could
haven't
be.
squashed yet.
Innate. So, did you want to use the fortune point, or do you want to let this slide?
If this kitchen is going up in about half a second, I'm not sure if I care if the people in here see me.
All right, fair enough. So, you set the charge. You pour out most of your gunpowder into the back and like into this canister that you then shove into, and you actually have enough wick that, or I guess we'll call it wick, that you're able to sort of like get just outside the door, and you light it, but they notice you as you slip out the door, and what happens is they're coming to try to figure out who you are, but then they also see this wick spark all the way back into the flour, and there's two guards just outside, and they sort of look down at you, and you smile, you wave, and then there's just a massive explosion that in fireball that goes through this entire kitchen, blows out the windows, blows out the outside wall, blows out the inside wall, and you go flying halfway across the courtyard. There's just rats flying everywhere. There's gingerbread men pieces everywhere, and you've just exploded this place. And everybody else in the group hears this and kind of pokes their head out the window, and there's just this small nuclear explosion like thing that happens on the other side of the fort, and there's just this plume of like flaming dust that goes everywhere, like little sparklies.
Is there like a flower mushroom cloud?
Yeah, there's a flower mushroom cloud. Definitely a flower mushroom cloud. And then there's like the flower mushroom cloud like firestorm that sort of goes off, but it's just like flaming powder that sort of like nips at you a little bit. It's like a sparkler.
I'll look around and notice probably for the first time that Damascus is gone. I'm sure that's a coincidence.
You see a flaming bird out in the middle of the courtyard.
Oh! Damascus! I think he's dead. Well, we lost a good soul today.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, he's not dead. Okay. This is good news.
Hey,
I'm happy about this.
I'm gonna run now. I'm gonna go and try and run and then find a place to hide for a second. Try and break line of sight if I can.
A couple things happen at this point. So you guys have that conversation. All of the guards in the courtyard just now take notice of you guys. But even worse, Ham, give me a notice check.
I love how it's Ham that's doing it.
Well, this is very specific to Ham.
No!
It's fine.
No!
Ham is just like explosions, sparkles. You hear a voice that calls up and is like, "What in the Sam hell is going on?" And you see this this like really frazzled, like hairless cat stick his head out the door, and or out from one of the windows in the tower, and he kind of notices what's going. My kitchen, no, cheese Danish, attack. That's where we'll pause for just 1 second as I try to not choke. Back in 5.
You want some more hot takes? We can do some more hot takes.
No, we're back, so we don't need more hot
Well,
takes.
I
Wait, where
mean-
did Patty go?
Hot
we
hot
back?
takes.
Are we
It's
back?
not November anymore, so it can't be no nuance November. So no more hot takes. Sorry.
Oh no, there is always hot takes. I mean, you haven't seen Bacon and Zombies yet, but you need to.
I usually work. So
It's fine. You can catch a lot. It's fine.
Sorry, Patty. I thought you were a chair.
I mean, yes.
Right. You look
That's
like
my
a
natural
comfy
form.
chair. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're gonna use the same initiative order because we never really fell out of it. So
that's fair.
You wave at Damascus, who's smoldering in the middle of the courtyard, and there's a giant flaming fire on one side. The corrals with all the gingerbread soldiers have been busted open, and they're all sort of like coming in and centering around Damascus. But before anything else can happen, the side of the tower bursts, and out jumps this giant, not really giant, but just like this big hulking loaf of bread man that
Loaf of bread, man.
I want to he just looks like a cheese pastry that still that the inside's very still gooey, very inside still a little molten, and it screams and yells, and there's just like cheese dripping out of its mouth, and it splatters, and you can see it like sizzle on the ground. It's so hot. Yeah, that's the situation right now. And then following that, the cannons from the hedonistic hawkbat fire and start exploding into the corrals where the soldiers are, and scatters them for the moment. Yeah, there's a giant cheese pastry golem coming for you guys, and you may have a point of fortune as it attacks Damascus first.
Oh no.
Oh, hold on. I'm still rolling for my sneak.
That thing is still rolling.
Wow.
Yeah,
Watch it be like double nat 20s when it finally stops.
that would have changed the texture of this campaign.
Yeah.
Or Damascus's fate.
Oh wow, it's still going. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah, still going.
Things could have been different. Things would have a little bit different.
Yep, we'll never know.
Wait, where's my right? Okay, there's no. Huh, interesting. Yeah, Damascus. Does a what's this thing show? Does a 18 hit you?
Yeah.
This thing just comes up in like. Oh, there's damage. That's fine. Comes up and splatters you, with its fist, and like you get just whacked, and
Okay.
you're covered in gooey cheese dough for a moment, and then you hear that like sound as its fist like comes off the ground as it pulls it back again, and you get hit for 4 bludgeoning damage, and then if you could be any more on fire, you take 4 more fire damage as the heat from like the cheese is just scalding you.
So that's a total of 19 damage?
Uh,
Or 8 damage, excuse me?
yes. Sorry. It's like what?
Okay. No, that's just my hit points I have left.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And you guys can have fortune because I interjected. And Damascus, I will choose you since you've had the crap beaten out of you for the past 2 rounds.
Yeah, so just forgive me, John's an idiot. Is there attacks of opportunity in this game?
I can't remember, so I'm going to say no.
Then I will soar. I will fly up and out of its reach, hopefully. I have a 40.
You are able to
flying
get away,
speed.
and yeah, you get a good distance. This thing, you can see it jumped and it landed, but then it lumbered towards you very slowly and then hit you. So You can definitely tell this thing is not quick. It is a gooey pastry golem. It doesn't move fast.
It looks absolutely delicious.
Yeah. You kind of want to eat it when you're done.
I do.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna fly up and away, and then if I can, I want to try and just find like a corner and an outcropping on the side of a hill or something that I can hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too far away.
You can get up on top of the wall of the fort.
And hopefully don't put myself in too much danger. Is there anyone up there?
There was a few gingerbread soldiers, but they were thrown off and thrown from the blast. So you actually look over and they're down there on the other side on the ground. They look sort of broken, deliciously broken.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hide up there.
Okay,
So
gonna hide.
I would like to move, and then I would like to hide on top of that wall.
You hear it just like, nah, pretty bird, wanna eat. But it lost sight of you.
No, sir, I will be the one eating you. It's completely 100% wrong. I don't know why you would suggest you eat birds. That is disgusting.
Damascus, who goes next?
You know what? We're gonna go Sir Rinaldi.
Oh.
Okay, so we've disrupted this, giant soldier-making factory. Is it safe to say there's really not much left for us to do here?
Can I?
This place is pretty wrecked. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I actually take the hide action while I'm up here? Can I roll?
Yeah, just go ahead. You get it. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to. I know how fast Damascus can move. I'm going to give the all fallback call.
Okay.
The full retreat. Tactical reposition.
Yes, we never retreat. We just advance backwards.
And I'll give that command. I will then start booking it back to the ship.
Okay. All right. You are booking it back towards the ship. Who goes next?
Samira.
I am going to follow my captain's orders. But may I pause along the way to shoot at it?
Yes. You can move, shoot, and then move again. You wouldn't be able to get like 60 feet or whatever, but you get like 30 feet in attack. So yeah.
I'm for it. Let's do this. 21.
That hits. And yeah, you like it goes in and your arrow sort of like flames and then like poofs, but you can definitely tell that you heard it for a moment. Yeah. Who goes next? Which I think is Ham is all that's left.
Yes. Tis
Ham.
the ham's turn.
Ham is not hamster.
No, tis the ham's turn.
Can I redo that notice check to see if I recall who
Nope.
was yelling out the window?
Time's passed.
Damn. Okay. Ham is gonna run towards Samira and
Mhm.
make sure he like gives her cover so she can keep like using his shield
Okay.
so she can keep shooting while we're retreating backwards.
Okay. So technically, because we'll say Ham is doing this, Samira, if you get attacked, you are in cover technically. So they would be at disadvantage to hit you.
You are the best dog, Ham. Thank you.
I'm going to be mean again, and I'm going to interject in the next round. So you may have another fortune. It comes lumbering up at the both of you, and it's just like, nah, and tries to hit Ham because Ham's in the way. It misses, but there's just sploots of cheese goo from where it hit, and it actually hits the both of you, and you take 1 point of heat damage. And then it kind of looks, and it's smart enough to kind of see what's going on, and it sees where Rinaldi's going, and it coughs up, and there's just this glob of cheese goo that arcs through the air, and behind it is just this gas that permeates the air and just lands on the docks, and now the docks are covered in this yellow gaseous goo. And I will choose Rinaldi, as he is the leader, to go next.
Yummy.
All right, I'm just gonna keep going to the ship. I'm not gonna let this upchuck slow me down.
All right. You move into it, and it slows you down. Like you're having to get your paws are stuck. It's just gross. Give me a Constitution save.
17.
17. You just want to stop and gag for a moment, as this is just foul smelling cheese smell. But you put your hand over your maw and you muzzle yourself, and you just go, and you manage to sort of make it through this gaseous area, but you're not quite on the ship yet because it was really hard to move through.
I assume the crew that was doing like the dock offloading, I'll yell at them to like get on the boat and man the cannons. Let's go.
Yes, they are up there on the cannons, and because they're blowing up gingerbread men behind you. It's just there's cannons reloading, firing, and just gingerbread parts are flying everywhere, and there's just this big old pastry cheese golem chasing after you guys.
Actually, you know what? I will, before I get on the ship, those boxes they unloaded right there at the docks, I'm going to start loading them back on the ship.
You pick one up and you load it back on the ship. Very nice.
Why waste good arms and armor?
All right, fair enough. Good call. All right. You may have a fortune point for that because that's brilliant. Who goes next?
Back up to 8, gang.
God, I gotta stop being nice.
Damascus. Let's get him out of there.
Heck yeah. Did I know? Except I'm gonna try to do something stupid. Did I notice the window where that guy was screaming down at us?
Yeah, it's up on the 3rd floor, which now has a very large hole in it.
Oh, so like that's where the cheese golem came out of?
Yes, he came out. He busted out of the tower.
Another John question for a second. Do we have any idea where the Yuletyme is? Do we have any leads on that at all?
Nope. Gaspar stole it, and he gave it to somebody. So he is the one that actually stole the Yuletyme. He was hired to steal the Yuletyme, but you do not know where it actually is.
I'm gonna fly up to that window.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a real quick check and see if there's any like intel or information I can find up here.
You do a full movement action, and you get up there, and you are there just in time to see this hairless cat duck into a portal and disappear.
Do I recognize this said cat?
No, you do. You have no idea who this guy is.
Okay. Can I spend my turn doing an investigation of the tower real quick?
Yes, I will let you do that. 17. No, that's Rinaldi. Sorry.
You want to notice? Yes.
What do I want? I want a search.
Balance check.
I want a search.
Okay.
5. Not.
I'm fine. Nothing.
You're in there and you're just like nothing. It's just like a bunch of scribble, a bunch of arcane runes and things like that, but nothing that sort of makes any sense to you at all. Okay. Who do you choose to go next?
Sir Naldiel, you went. Him, good doggo. Samira. Let's do Samira.
Samira, it's your turn.
All right.
This cheese pastry golem's just lurking above you.
Above? Oh crud. He's much closer. I'm going to grab Ham and book it to the ship
Okay.
for a cannon.
For a cannon. You book it, but then you hit that cheese goo smell gas, and both of you give me Constitution saves.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Ham.
It's okay.
Oh, nice, Ham.
Oh no, 11.
Oh, Samira. So Ham, like, you drag Ham along, and Ham just like, yay, running. But you like get stuck in it, and being Samira, like, not used to more finery things, better smells, good smells. This stinks, and you spend the entire round gagging, like it's just.
That sounds like a hairball.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would trigger a hairball for Samira.
Can't talk.
And then, like, the crew can see her eyes roll back into her head and see, like, the whites of her eyes, and then the big wide cat, like,
the
face that they make in the tongue going, bleh.
And the back that arches way too much. And it's just sitting
You just see all of their muscles rolling forward.
Yep.
They just like physically lurch inch by inch with every heave.
Yes, that's Samira, the graceful ranger.
She's making her way to the ship one way or the other. She's getting the hell out of here.
So
Can I roll the hairball as a ranged attack?
yes, it will do very little damage, but yes, I would allow that. Patty, give the group another fortune point as the cheese pastry golem attacks first again, and it lumbers out into the waters, and it starts like bubbling the water.
Ham did not get a turn yet.
Yeah. The cheese pastry golem is like bubbling the water, and it puts one of its hands on the ship, and it forces the ship sort of like to sort of go under, almost like leans the ship forward, and the cannons like roll out of position and everything, and it's just like blah, and it tries to smash Samira because she is
trying to hack it.
Remember, Ham is there. Ham is there, and it still has his shield out. So the cheese thing rolls at disadvantage.
it rolled really well.
Even at disadvantage.
Yes.
Am I rolling again?
Nothing yet.
Oh, sorry.
You take 6 bludgeoning damage. This thing just like splats right on top of you, and then like the ichor of cheese is still left on you, and you take 3 fire damage as well. And then Ham, it looks at you, tries to attack you, and does a 17 hit you?
No.
No. Nice. So it like smashes the dock and breaks the dock up a little bit. Splinter and crates go flying everywhere, and he misses you.
Oh, he misses me? I don't
Yeah.
even know him. I miss him too.
And
That's some baller AC though.
Ham, you may go next.
Ham no like that cheese thing attack friend. Samira is Ranger Floof and now has upset stomach. Not nice. And then he swings with his warhammer.
Okay, go for it.
Does
19.
a 19 hit?
That hits. Does 11 bludgeoning damage. But the hammer like into the cheese golem, and you get splattered, and you take 1 point of damage as you hit this thing.
Okay. Hit fart noises.
Wait, no, that's not how much it is.
I'm almost 32. I swear I'm an adult.
Well, everyone's an adult.
Who goes next, Ham?
Sir Rinaldi can go next.
I don't like the fact this thing is dunking my ship, so I'm going to start climbing up it, and I'm just going to swing as I'm climbing.
Okay. You're literally climbing on top of it.
Yes.
Take 1 point of damage as it's really hot, but that's fine.
Can I add just a tiny bit of flavor here? You have a hammer, right?
No, I now have a large pirate great sword.
So the great sword, because it's like cheese. All right, can you just be like slashing it as you go up, just using it like a pick? Just like, and a 1, pull yourself up,
Yeah,
and a 2.
Yeah, that was my idea.
Considering
That's awesome.
Considering the noble stature that is Sir Rinaldi, I feel like he might have to if you were to climb.
Yes, absolutely. Also, I bonus action rage.
Oh, cool. All right.
Let's stab this thing multiple
19.
times.
That totally hits.
19. Does 12 damage.
12 damage. Awesome. You actually are slicing bits and pieces off of it, and you slice so well that the arm that is on your ship actually falls off. You chop it off, and it slumps into the sea, and it's bubbling. But then there's just it slides off the boat and just leaves a glob of cheese down the side.
I just paid for that paint job.
That's gonna be dinner tomorrow. It's gonna be great.
You see it kind of regrows a little stub that it has for an arm.
It's a Deadpool arm.
Who goes next, Rinaldi?
Did Hand go this round?
Yes. Ham was
No,
first.
not yet. No, technically Ham didn't go last round yet.
No, you just went. You did attacks on it.
Yeah, but I didn't go the last round. You skipped me.
Yeah, that was the last round.
So
Samira moved you.
technically, that was Ham was the end of that round.
Okay, Ham, go.
You want to be all technical about it.
I
Go on.
do. You know
Go
what I
on.
also just realized? It's ham versus cheese.
Yeah.
I got my face palm. I'm good.
You are a cheese.
No, I'm a ham.
Nope, you too cheesy.
I ham up the jokes.
Roll, Ham.
No. You
Ham
cheese up
does
the
a
jokes.
Stab.
Sorry.
Is a 15 hit?
Does a 15 hits? I believe it does. Yes, it does.
Woohoo! 5
Uh,
bludgeoning then.
5 bludgeoning. Just as cheese splats back at you. Hits you in the face. Take 1 point of heat damage. Cool. So who goes next?
A hot
Samira.
beverage.
Samira. I need you to give me a Constitution save.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
19.
19. You're all good.
Huzzah. I finally get rid of that hairball.
Yes, and you may add +1 to your damage that you roll
Remember,
if you attack.
You
I
gotta
do
aim
attack.
it at the monster.
You
So,
move out of the goo stink and onto a safe part of the dock.
Excellent. I will turn around and shoot my mysterious bow. 18. Plus
18.
1.
Totally
But
hits.
also, I guess +1 from you?
Yeah. So you do 6 damage against it. And let's see, how much is that? And Samira coughs up that hairball, sticks it on the end of her bow, runs out of the gaseous area, pulls the bow back, shoots, and it just goes square through the cheese golem's forehead and just blows out the back, and it just and then slumps onto the ship and then just slides off it, getting cheese everywhere as it boils down into the acid seas there on the docks. and dissipates. And there's just like cheesy, watery goo there in the water.
Ooh, delicious.
So before Samira actually gets the shot off of that hairball, she goes,
The fur will fly.
Nice.
I love that.
I'd like to do, because I was climbing the thing as it's dying, I'd like
Yes.
to do one that badass flips off of it and land on my ship, but I don't even pause to like have people admire me. I just start rage cleaning.
So I'll be like, "Oh, sir, I'll take care of that for you. Don't worry. I swapped it
I just like push him over and start like rage cleaning.
Queso comes and walks up. She goes, that doesn't seem to have gone as planned there, Captain. But I imagine because you're Captain Sir Rinaldi, that was your plan, was it not? Oh,
As I'm still rage cleaning.
I'll go over here now and wait for you to finish cleaning.
Oh my God.
I'll just take it out of port, I imagine.
Ah!
By evening, you're back on the high seas, and your deck is clean. You do have some cheese on the outside, but the acid seas seems to be taking care of that. Damascus, yes.
Is it possible to like see if I can actually find any more information before we leave?
No. Give me one more search check.
Just because Damascus is very invested in finding this Yuletyme.
But at disadvantage because Rinaldi's really pissed and really wants to
okay.
leave.
A notice? Yes.
Search.
Where's search?
Should be right in
There it is. I'm just blind, okay? Alright, that's just John. 12.
12. Again, nothing here makes sense to you, and you can just hear Rinaldi just like screaming, Damascus, we're leaving! And you just scurry out, and like you're pretty sure there's nothing here of any sort of interest that is going to help you.
Disappointing. I really wish to find.
As you're making it back to the
Something.
ship, like the gangplank is up, and we've actually already turned out of port, and like so you get to fly onto the ship.
Oh yeah, like I'm cruising over, and then I do kind of like I do a barrel roll into a loop-de-loop, and I just land on the deck of the ship.
Clean.
I walk up to Suave, and I'm like, hey, Suave, I need can you that bucket right there doesn't have any chemicals in it, right? Just cheese. We need to clean that bucket, and then we need to put as much cheese in it as possible.
I don't think the captain's gonna like that very much. He's trying to get the cheese off, but if you put the cheese in, I think
The
that's
bucket.
gonna.
Put the cheese in the bucket, Suave.
I think that's gonna get him really cheesed if you do that.
The bucket, Suave, not the deck. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm grabbing a bucket and I'm just starting to like scrape, like I clean the thing off, and then I take like the drywalling spatulas, and I just take the spatula and start scraping it off the deck and putting it in the bucket. Scrape it off, put it in. Scrape it off, put it in.
You have collected some cheese, yes.
And that's we're going to have cheese flambe with some steak, and we're going to have a little bit of pineapple sauce to drizzle on top.
Nice. Oh, more pineapple sauce. Very well.
Hey, salty, sweet, savory. It's all good. It's going to be great.
As you guys are on the seas, out of nowhere, after Rinaldi is very much calmed down, one of the footwing, like dressed in their like little gear and like with their hoods, like appears on the deck, and kind of waves you over,
Oh,
Rinaldi.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I just got calmed down from my rage cleaning, but I'm still pissed. And I walk over and like, so I just like to make it very clear that once our business is concluded, you will never just appear on my ship again.
My apologies.
I don't want your apologies. I just want you to say it.
Can we knock him out? Tie him up. Knock him out and tie him up.
When all this is over, no footwing will ever dare set upon any ship of Sir Rinaldi's without his captain's permission.
Okay,
You mean without
it's been a long
Rinaldi's
day.
permission?
However,
What is wrong with you?
Captain Sir Rinaldi, I understand that you made quite a mess of the operation there in the forts. Is that correct?
If by made a mess you mean stopped the production of an inanimate soldier army and prevented them from attacking or be used against any one nation, then yes, we made quite a mess.
Is that what they were doing? Interesting. Very well. It seems that soon-to-be Luminary Corvo is forcing the vote of the council. It might be in your best interest to return to Waterdogport and interfere. We'll be in touch.
I assume that means you'll be on my ship again. I can hardly wait.
Oh, no. Only with permission, sir.
We're on our way.
And you look, and you like say you're on your way to, and you look back, and that dude's just totally gone.
They are quite annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's where we'll leave this tale until next awesome time.
What?
Man.
Cliffhanger. Ugh.
I know, it's almost like cliffhangers get people into it.
Reason to show
No.
up next week?
No.
No?
I don't work.
No, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, yeah. So you guys busted up a gingerbread soldier making operation and fought a cheese golem, which was awesome. Cool. So, as always, you can find us on the social medias at Vorpal Tales. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/VorpalTales. We have 2 other awesome adventures you can check out. Next Monday is a special treat at Marone Recluse. We'll be leading a group of cyber hackers, cyberpunks, in the new Cyberpunk Red gaming system. Vorpal Tales is glad to have 2 guest stars who are permanent guest stars now, which is awesome. Michelle C. Light of Boston by Night, and everyone's favorite Dixie Cyanide. It'll be an awesome cyber time. And tomorrow will be Kimchi's Chilling Chronicles. Very fun. And then on Friday, the great, wonderful, excellent, mighty Patty Shakes.
Whoa, you missed a couple.
I only have so much time. Fridays is Dungeon the Mad Mage, led by our very wonderful, very handsome Patty Shakes here. We also have 3 other terrifying tales every week on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Check out our calendar. That'll pop up as soon as we sign off. And you can also find our calendar beginning of all shows and on our website, vorpaltales.com, and on our Twitch channel. Also, check out the pull list. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Funky Thunder needs to be sending me his comic list. It's a weekly comic column by our friend of the show, Funky Thunder, telling us what cool comics are out during this week. Also, be sure to check out our shop links on our website. Vorpal Tales has created several great supplements to enhance your games. There's more in the pipe for all the games that we play. You should also check out the stuff that we have. Just check our website, click store. It'll take you where you need to go. Also, I have been at Space Lord PJs. You can check out my doodle site, cartoon.ninja, which I haven't posted to in 2 weeks now because I've been doing a lot of stuff for Vorpal Tales. Check out our website, vorpaltales.com. And real quick, everyone plug your pluggables. Let the viewers know what show they can catch you in next and other cool things online. Go ahead. Patty.
Patrick, Patty Shakes _ everyone on the internet. Next time you'll see me will be for Dungeon of the Mad Mage, where you'll see all these lovely people in here playing wonderful D&D characters. And other than that, like Sean said, totally check out dmsguild.com and drivethroughrpg.com for all your wonderful Vorpal Tales supplements. They're fantastic and amazing. And hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, we'll post even more new stuff. Yay! We're going to have new stuff come out every month. So you should totally check it out and get the latest, bestest, most awesomest content from your favorite dungeon masters at Vorpal Tales.
Dope. Ever, where can we find you?
You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and in every single wonderfully whimsical word waxing that Vorpal Tales has to offer.
John, tell us about yourself. Where can we find you next?
I am J3 Billion. I have been the Black Blade known as Damascus. And next you can find me is in the Black Void.
Dope.
Not literally the Black Void tomorrow. We're playing that game.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Most of us knew what you were talking about.
9 p.m.
Tiffany.
On Vorpal Tales.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, also known as Pinky_88 on Twitter. Next time you can find me will be on Friday, playing Mad Mage with Hattie. And this adorable little one hopefully will not be literally sitting on me like it was tonight.
And
you really like Pugmire.
Finally, the special dessert of our show. Everyone, vote for who is your favorite player tonight. Whomever you vote for will get a bonus fortune for their next session. Patty, who do you vote for?
Damascus for his creative use of combustible flour.
Yes, we all learned something tonight.
That's awesome. Me being a pyromaniac, it's just a bonus to this game. That's awesome.
Excellent. Ever.
Oh man, this one is like extra hard. There's reasons for everybody, I swear. Crap. I'm gonna give it to Patty for the rage cleaning and taking offense to the guy calling Ham dumb, and for various other reasons that we have not enough time to recount.
Excellent. John, who do you vote for?
I'm going to give mine to Samira because I actually thought the hairball scene was great.
Excellent. And Tiffany?
Can I split my vote?
Argue it like a lawyer. Like,
I'm not a lawyer, though.
I know, but you better argue this pretty well, or else.
Okay, but like, I want to give it to Patty because, like, immediately straight up was so defensive of Ham, and like I didn't even realize that like Rinaldi liked Ham like that, and it's just like, oh my god, like he cares. And then Samira, like from the very beginning, from like the first Pugmire game, hated Ham, which is kind of like, ew, stay 6 feet, social distance. And like since this whole campaign has slowly become more and more affectionate towards Ham, and she's just like, he is goodest boy, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you. You guys are both so sweet, and you care for my dumb boy, and I love you both, and I both want them to get it because they're both amazing and awesome and affectionate. And I didn't think Ham would be like liked at all. And like you guys are making me feel like, oh my god, Ham has friends.
Okay, I will allow this, but they have to use the fortune points in conjunction with a dual sort of helping action. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
We'll allow it.
Thank you, Ham.
Haha.
Tiffany. Ham? Tiffany.
Both? Why both? Yeah,
Same.
both.
Hamony.
Porque no los dos.
All right, awesome, being excellent to each other, players. That was really cool. Well, Snicker Sacks, you don't have to go home, but you can't keep playing this game tonight. Watch our Vorpal Tales crew next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. for a holiday special. How the Pirates Stole Yuletyme. I promise we will get to the Yule Tree. That is coming. And check out all our other shows on practically every other night at 9 p.m. Our next awesome adventure is Friday night with Patty Shakes, delving dungeons in D&D's 5th edition's Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Remember to slap that like and subscribe, and for the love of the dice, game on.